Well, hey there, what's up my fellow friends, comrades, supporters, subscribers, whatever I call you joyful people out there. Thank you guys so much for coming back and checking out yet another vlog. Sorry that I've been absent for the past 2 weeks, I think it was. But I've had a really horrible toothache, so I just couldn't do anything. You know, I could literally do nothing. I could make no videos of any kind on any of my channels. So yes, I'm back! And I'm talking today, of course, about another controversial topic that just happened in the entertainment sphere. Now, if a lot of you out there are Star Wars fans like me, you'll know that a woman named Victoria Mahoney was just announced as the second unit director on Episode 9. And, you know, the issue that I take with this, and there's really a lot of issues to take with this, but basically what I wanted to quickly discuss today is that, you know, this isn't news, guys. This isn't news, okay? And it has nothing to do with gender. This has nothing to do with gender at all, okay? I am not a sexist person. I am not a racist person. I hold no animosity towards any kind of minority or any kind of group or anything, nothing out there. I'm a Star Wars fan. You can't be those things when you're a Star Wars fan. You wouldn't survive in the Star Wars universe, right? I love everybody, right? But this situation needs to be talked about because it's being made into news, but it's not news, right? And again, it has nothing to do with gender. The fact of the matter is, when is the last time anybody has cared about the second unit director on any film? Right? Name me the last time a second unit director made news, right? They don't. We don't care. As, film goers, right? Movie theater goers, we don't care. The only thing we care about is who's directing the film. Sometimes we care about the producer. We love to hear about who the cinematographer is. And of course, we love to hear about all of the actors and actresses. But because Victoria is a woman, this is news. Do you see where I'm coming from here? Like, this really needs to be addressed more because I think it's a very important issue that a lot of people are kind of ignoring. You know, in today's society, in today's culture, we like to pretend that we don't see, race and creed and color, ethnicity and sex. We like to pretend that we don't see these things, but in reality, we're actually obsessed with them as a society, and this news story is a perfect example of that. And look, don't take my word for it, right? Take Anna Douvre's word for it. Anna Douvre is Victoria's best friends, one of her best friends, who put her name in the hat at Lucasfilm, right? I wonder why she got picked, right? Wonder why she got picked. This is total PR. This is total PR BS from Disney. I can see right through this. Now look, as a Star Wars fan, I'm trying to stay on board with Disney. I really am. It's like I'm trying to stick with you guys. But if you continue to treat the franchise like this, then I don't know what to say. It's like, with each move they make like this, the fans start to recoil more and more and more, and I don't understand the logic behind it. I really don't. Going back to Anna Douvre, one of the most shocking things to me, surprising really, I shouldn't say shocking, it was mostly just surprising, is if you go look at Anna Douvre's tweet that she sent out about Victoria, she's all congratulating her and everything, but then she says verbatim, I literally quote, that she says, I shouldn't say verbatim. Let me not get myself into trouble there because I don't want to unofficially quote anybody. But what she said in her tweet was basically, she congratulated her and everything, and she said, finally we have a black woman directing a movie in a galaxy far, far away. Finally, we have a black woman directing a Star Wars movie. This is what she said in her tweet. Finally we have a black woman directing a movie? How about finally we have a talented woman directing a Star Wars movie? These are not my words. Again, this is Anna Douvre's tweet. This is not me saying, that's what she said. A black woman directing Star Wars. I understand where they're coming from. I get where you're coming from, right? This is a historical moment. But we shouldn't be picking any kind of directors unless they have experience, okay? I don't care who you are. You could be a man, you could be a woman, you could be an alien, you could be a dog. If you're appropriate for the directing position, go take the directing position. But if you go and look up Victoria's film history, you'll quickly discover that she hasn't directed in 7 years. The last film she did was a film in 2011 that has a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. And other jobs she's had are just acting. You go and look at her Wikipedia page, it's, almost non-existent. There's like a couple of paragraphs about her life, and that's it. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, what qualifies her to be directing a Star Wars movie? What exactly are they basing this on? What resume are they looking at? They're not looking at any, because this is total PR BS from Disney. I'm sorry, but that's exactly what it is. Disney has had a large kind of female agenda, I guess you could say, being pushed through their system. Recently. It's really everywhere. And I'm not saying anything negative about that. I'm not saying anything negative about that, except when it's obvious in situations like this. Star Wars is such a cherished movie franchise, and to be treating it like this, just saying that, it's time to get a female director in there, we don't really care about your film experience or your film history or what you've done with yourself. I guess it doesn't matter that she hasn't been directing in almost a decade. Apparently, throw her name in there, Lucasfilm, and she gets picked because she's a woman and because she's a woman of color. And again, let me make this clear. Let me reiterate this as much as possible. This is not some kind of attack. It's like, I understand where they're coming from. This is a historical moment. And I'm not attacking, people of color or women or anything like that. This is not any form of an attack. What I'm doing is I'm bringing up an issue. I'm addressing an issue. I'm saying that's transparent, man. That's transparent. I can see right through that. It's time. Disney has been speaking about getting a female director for a long time. We knew that they were going to put one in there, but to put a woman in there who is not qualified, who literally has almost no film history, who hasn't directed a movie in years upon years, somehow that qualifies her to come into this major franchise, especially after The Last Jedi. So many fans, the fan base almost split apart after The Last Jedi, and now they're pulling this PR stuff on the fans, and it's just making people more upset. It's making people more worried. It's making us more stressed out. Like, why are you guys handling the franchise like this? How come you guys don't have the same level of respect that we have for it? We don't want to see a director in there. And again, I don't care who you are. You can be a man or a woman. I don't care, right? I have no qualms whatsoever. But you have to have experience. You have to be experienced. You can't come into a Star Wars franchise with nothing under your belt, practically nothing under your belt. This is a treasured, cherished franchise that must be done right. And after, those disastrous aspects that The Last Jedi gave a lot of fans, and the way that fans are really hating on The Last Jedi, right? Going into Episode 9, to make a move like this, it just worries people, man. It's just like, what are you guys doing? Why are you treating the franchise like this? What's going through your head? These are not logical steps that you're taking. It's logical in the eyes of people who are crazy about PR, but it's not logical to Star Wars fans. It's not logical, really, to this brilliant franchise that just celebrated its 40th anniversary. If you guys care about this franchise as much as you do, please just continue to put talented people behind the screen. J.J. Abrams is fine. Rian Johnson, controversial, I'll give you that. Gareth Edwards is another very talented director. Victoria Mahoney, never heard of her before. Who is she? What has she done? Oh, she's done nothing. Perfect. She hasn't directed a film in almost 10 years. Let's bring her on to Episode 9. What? You see where I'm coming from, guys? So, that's what I wanted to address today for all you guys. I just wanted to kind of turn on the camera real quick and address this issue, because this needs more attention. This is not an attack, but it needs more attention. But what it needs right now, most of all, is all of your thoughts, opinions, and ideas, of course, down below in the Great White Void. Let me know what you guys think. And it's time for me to start my day, so I'll see you guys back here for the next vlog very soon. As always, take care, and I'll see you later.